Hi, Tim here from TNT. Please subscribe to the channel. No surprises here, we're at the Phuket International Airport. I'm sure you can hear in the background. Now, palpably quieter here than it has been, say, 2 or 3 months ago, or even just before Songkran. Yes, it's still quite busy here, but the check-in area here around the departure area, just looking at the number of planes lined up, it is a lot quieter. So we have entered the low season 2025. A 45-minute flight, about the same in a taxi down here to Georgetown, and in my hotel here in Penang, complete with a bit of J.A. Abrams lens flare. A bit quieter here and I can concentrate on what I'm saying. But we are predicting that the numbers for the low season this year in Thailand are going to be a little bit lower than maybe even last year. Certainly not much of a rise, which was expected earlier in the year. The reasons for that we'll do in the next video. I'll probably do later today, which is an analysis of tourists and expats and the reasons, the 4 main reasons they think Thailand might have lost its allure at this time. So we'll go through that. But one of the things that people have been talking a lot about, and I just wanted to mention briefly today, is the introduction of the TDAC. Now, I'm going back to Thailand tomorrow. I miss the Thailand Digital Arrival Card by 1 day. Wasn't really designed to do that, but just the way the cards fell. So I'm not going to have to fill out in the 3 days before my arrival a Thailand Digital Arrival Card online. But coming to Malaysia, I did have to fill out an MDAC, a Malaysian Digital Arrival Card. Now, most countries in Southeast Asia have now got either some sort of e-visa or an arrival card, or both, that travellers are going to have to fill out. So it's going to be, if not already, almost impossible to miss out on doing this online registration of your visit. And of course thereafter, when are you arriving? What aircraft did you arrive from? Where did you come from? Where are you staying? And the TDAC, the Thailand version, is asking you a little bit of health information, whether you've had anything major in the last couple of weeks, whether you've visited a handful of African countries, and if in that case, do you have a yellow fever vaccine? But most people will just tick, no, I haven't been to any of those countries, and they'll go on. The MDAC, the Malaysian version, which I had to fill out, doesn't include that. Now, I got a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen into Thailand after May the 1st, when they have the TDAC, when I arrived here in Penang yesterday, and I sort of realised it was going to happen. Now, I did do a bit of a search and found out where I could fill in this MDAC in the days before my arrival. And you have the opportunity to fill that out in that same 3-day window before your arrival. So I'd already registered, but when I arrived, there were signs everywhere saying MDAC, have you registered? You need to register before you go to immigration. And a lot of people going, oh dear, I better do that. So there we are in the immigration queue with people having scanned the QR code. It takes them to the site, and they're getting their passports out and talking to their partner, and they're sort of having to shuffle along and move their bags as the immigration queue moves ever closer. So it was a little bit of a mess. There was an area before you sort of come down the escalators into the arrival hall in Penang, and people were standing there sort of madly getting out their passports and when does my passport expire, and all that information that is required. And it used to be required, say, on the TM6 form when you came to Thailand and you filled out that card on the plane before you arrived. So I think we're going to see the same thing in Thailand, where a few people maybe don't know about it. Heavens knows there's been enough publicity about it. There's been enough videos. I must have done 4 videos about the matter. But it is important that when you get off the plane that you do have that TDAC filled out. Now, you can fill it out after you've left the plane, but you're just going to miss out on getting that front space on the immigration queue as you scramble for your passport and get that information. But it's going to have to be filled out before you reach the immigration officer. I'd imagine a lot of airports, like they had at Penang, will have kiosks where you can fill that information out, but there were people lining up for those kiosks before they could actually get to the immigration queue. Hopefully in Thailand they'll have the same opportunity for people to be informed so they can fill it out before they get to immigration, or some kiosks where they can do it. I suppose in the first couple of weeks they're going to have plenty of immigration officials on hand to help people work through this new formality. It is going to be a new formality. It's not going to go away. It is being introduced. It starts May the 1st. If you arrive on May the 1st or after, you have to fill out the TDAC. As we mentioned in the last couple of weeks, a few things have been sorted out. For example, long stayers here in Thailand weren't able to select Thailand as their country of residence. Well, you can now. And the other question that kept on coming up, do I have to fill in departure information? Well, no, that's not obligatory on the TDAC. There's an area where you can fill in that information if you do know your departure, but if you don't have to fill that in. So, welcome to the TDAC from May the 1st. I'll be doing that video about the trends for tourism for the low season in Thailand later today. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for dropping in.